Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Getting ready, getting ready, getting ready, ready. We getting ready, getting ready, getting ready, ready.
What's up, you guys? Alright, you see the title of the video. I know you're probably wondering. You see the thumbnail, you're wondering what's going on. Okay, first of all, you already know this is a mukbang. We don't do a whole lot of mukbangs on this channel, but every time that I have something that I would like to discuss with you guys, which is usually something related to music, which in the past has been mostly dealing with concerts, we like to talk about it here in this format. This is going to be kind of serious, as you can probably tell from my serious face on the deal, but I'm going to try to keep it a little bit lighthearted until we get into the serious stuff. Alright, so what we have here today, as you know, is a mukbang. Okay, so I have to introduce the food. So for those of you who will probably come here to hear some kind of messy things or hear what, you know, the main pieces of the video, that's cool. I'm going to leave I'm going to have a timestamp for you in the description section, or it'll be somewhere tagged in the comment section for you to just skip right to where we start talking about Katrina Velarde. All right. But for right now, we got the old spaghetti warehouse. And when you see me looking this way like this, you know Jay is behind the camera. All right. So you might also see him picking some food off here if you haven't seen any of our previous mukbangs before. That's just kind of how we do. He's just kind of off camera. I might ask him something. We might discuss a little bit back and forth. But for the most part, I believe this video is going to be mostly me, because this video was all my idea. Okay, Jay really doesn't even really know all of what I'm planning to say on this video, and we'll get into why that is and all of that stuff later. We have the old spaghetti warehouse.
Spaghetti house.
The old spaghetti house. That's what I said. Ain't that what I said, y'all? I know I have a Texas accent sometimes, or whatever.
You said warehouse.
Oh, I did say warehouse. And you know why I said that? Because we have that in Houston, which is where I'm from. And that's why every time I saw that, the name of the place, I kept thinking back in Houston. So that's why that happened. So I was wrong, but I just explained why I kept saying the spaghetti warehouse. But it's the old spaghetti house. Alright? I don't remember all the names of this stuff. All I know is this is supposed to be some ribs. I think it's baby back ribs. I had a little bit taste of the gravy when I was trying to not plate this but bowl this. And the sauce tastes pretty good, so I'm really interested in seeing what this is going to be. I think that's I think they call it Java rice or something. And this is the only one that I've ever tasted from the old spaghetti house before. And this is the grilled chicken jambalaya. And it's kind of like a Spanish rice type of deal. Very Louisiana type of dish, which I really love. Have relatives from Louisiana as well. This is our dessert. It looks kind of like a mess, but it's actually like some kind of cake in there. It's called the mud pie. I'm very excited to see what this is gonna taste like. It's very cold. It's very cold. I guess this is a cocktail sauce or something that goes with these mozzarella sticks. We have some, I guess these are chips. They're calling them chips, but it's basically like some fried potatoes. Like they sliced it up into some circles or something. I think this is a chicken, some kind of chicken sandwich. I literally forgot because I had originally ordered something else, and they didn't have it, and I can't even remember what it was now. But I ended up substituting for this sandwich, which I guess something came with salad, which I've had their salad before as well. I forgot about that. And their salad was pretty good too. I think it's a Caesar salad if I'm not mistaken. This is some kind of aglaé spaghetti, I think. Alligator. It's gay, child. It's part of the LGBT, so you know it's good. I ain't never had it before. This is gonna be something that Jay will be eating. We'll probably get his opinion on that at some point. while we're discussing things. And you hear my phone just drop on the floor because I have my notes in it. This is, I think, clam chowder. Doesn't really look like the clam chowder that I know. I thought my clam chowder was like usually thicker than this. I don't know if you can see this, but it's a clam chowder. I'm not into clam chowders. I'm not really into soup at all. But that's it for the food, which is surprising for me because usually in our previous mukbangs I always have some type of noodles, which we do have noodles here, but I'm not eating that because I'm not interested right now. But anyway, let's get to why we're here. We're here to talk Katrina Velarde, okay? Now, hopefully if Jay does the edits to this, you'll get to see what I'm talking about. So hopefully maybe somewhere over here. This is the first photo that I saw, all right? And it was a picture of them. I think it was on Katrina's Instagram, which also follow, okay? I saw this picture, and you see the gentleman that's like on the side of her. And I don't know, when I first saw the picture, I immediately was, who's this guy? You know, I was like, who is this guy sitting by Katrina so close like this? You know, I've been following her for a little while, but I had never really known of her to like have any guys around her like that. So when I saw that particular picture, I was really like, who is this? And then I thought, well, maybe it's, you know, honestly, I thought, well, maybe it's like her bodyguard or security guy or somebody or manager or something. I don't know. I don't know any of the people in her camp like that. So I don't, you know, I didn't know. So then I saw this next picture. Okay, this picture comes up, I think maybe a day or a couple days later or something. I don't remember exactly. And I was like, oh, okay. So this is her dude, right? So I was like, okay, all right. So that explained it, you know, because I did kind of get a little, that's why when I saw the first picture, I was thinking, who is this? You know, who is this guy? I gotta eat, y'all. I'm hungry. This sauce is good. So I was like, who is this guy? I don't really eat that much rice like that, y'all. If I do eat good, like some rice, I like it to be something like this though. I like my rice with some kind of flavor on it. Anyway. So, but what we got here is because when I saw that second picture, I was like, oh, okay. And then I scrolled through the comments, which I usually don't do for reasons like this. And I saw all of these comments, which I wanted to be able to show you guys, but I kind of got mad when I saw some of these comments that have since been deleted by either Katrina or someone in her camp. They deleted them, and I totally understand why, you know, they have done so. But these comments were really, I was like, what kind of, let me just get right into it. I made a few notes, you guys. Okay, first of all, there was people there kind of insinuating things about how she's young. Oh my God, Katrina, you're so young. There's so many options out there for you. How did you, you know, kind of basically like insinuating like, why did you choose this older guy? And I was really disgusted. That was the main one that really disgusted me so much. And then it was and some of the others that kind of insinuated the same thing were almost trying to, like, I don't know if you guys understand the term, the phrase of throwing shade. It was like they're kind of throwing shade at the, maybe you can understand it when I just use it in this context, but it was like they were being shady towards the guy, as if the guy doesn't look good enough for her to be with her or something like that. And my thing was just like, what is it to you? You know, you saw the picture, they look so in love, they look happy together. As long as she's happy, what's the big deal? Do you see how this meat is just falling off the bone? I can't even put it in my mouth, it's just falling off. All right, y'all. I'm feeling country-like. You know, these ribs in my hand. I don't usually eat too much with my fingers, but this is kind of a finger food, so. Speaking of ribs and being a finger food, it always weirds me out if I see somebody eating like some ribs or like a piece of fried chicken and they have a fork and a knife. I don't understand. So, finger licking good. I didn't bring a napkin with me anyway. So, it's pretty good, y'all. We're about to jump back out my mouth. Get it together. Let me get back to my note. Because I don't want to spend all day on this. But I do want to address this stuff. Because I feel like this is very important. If somebody is happy, what is it to you? Whether that person is with, that person is young and they're with an older person. What about if it's an older, you know, can you imagine the way that he probably feels? You know, reading, also seeing that type of stuff, or they probably experience certain things whenever they go out. If people can gather the fact that they are together as a couple, and then some people that feel like they don't agree. I'm like, what are we in the Stone Ages, or like what are we back in the days where people are arranging marriages or something? Like, when do you need to approve? Since when do you need? When? Some people not gonna like this video, okay? I should have said that from the beginning. Some people are not gonna like this video, and some people are gonna like it, but for probably all of the wrong reasons. Okay? Let me move on. People were making statements as if they was disappointed he's an older guy. I kind of mentioned that. Some people were pointing out that he's her drummer, as if is that supposed to be a negative thing? I saw comments. Isn't that the drummer that I saw performing on whatever? And I'm just like, okay, so what if he's the drummer? Not saying that whoever the person is that made that statement meant any harm by it, but I didn't really understand necessarily. I just didn't really understand why that needed to be a question at that time. I don't know. I don't know. And I'll take it back, honestly. I'll take it back right now, because you know what? They probably were very honest. It probably is a very honest question. So whoever that was, if that person finds out that I talked about this video, for that particular person, I'll take that back. I can totally understand how that could be a very honest question. Because if you are somebody that really loves to watch not only her, but someone that's a band geek like myself, and you pay attention to the different band members like that, and then you were to notice, you know, you recognize his face, and then you think, hold on, I thought he was one of the drummers. Then you could honestly ask that question, hey, is that the drummer guy? Or is, you know, I can get that. I'll take that back. Okay, so we're fine. I think it was just the fact that when I initially come across the post, it was like so many negative things that, you know, sometimes in the midst of a lot of ugliness, something that's beautiful can still get a little bit tarnished. Like you can have a really clean thing that accidentally ends up in around a lot of trash, and then you might just assume that it's trash. So I do apologize to whoever that was that wrote that statement. I now believe that was a genuine, honest statement. I will admit that I was wrong for even bringing that up right now. I'll take that back. And my last really point was, people wanted to point out that he's a foreigner, as if he's a man with a. Just pointing out the fact that he's a foreigner. Period. You know, I've been in the Philippines for at least over 5 years, off and on or whatever, and I've learned enough to notice just real things. And unfortunately, and whatever you want to call it, there are a lot of Filipinos that feel like when they see certain foreigners, they think that they are rich. They automatically assume that every foreigner is rich. They have a lot of money. if they see any foreigner walking alongside almost any Filipino, whether they feel that that person is a couple or even if they're just friends, a lot of times some Filipinos tend to, and I've heard this from other Filipinos, which is why I'm saying it, that some other Filipinos will just almost have, like, they kind of look down on them, I guess. They kind of get this, they have this vibe where they automatically assume that any other Filipinos that are around a foreigner must be using that guy, or maybe that guy might be a pimp or whatever, or maybe he's having sex with a whole bunch of people, or it can get very ridiculous, the things that people tend to think. My phone fell again, but I don't need it anymore, so I'm good. But just the fact that people, it's wait a minute.
You need the sauce.
How are the mozzarella sticks?
Yeah, but it's cold.
Yeah, it's probably a little cold because we've been trying to get this together. Now, you guys that might get mad as we're talking about the food and things like that, this is a mukbang as well, you guys. Okay, we having a topic at the same time, but this is also a mukbang. So, for those of you who already are used to this on our channel, you already know we're going to talk about how the food tastes, as that's part of what mukbang is all about. You're learning about different foods that maybe you have not tasted the old spaghetti house before, and maybe you might be interested in knowing someone else's reaction. And speaking of reaction, I'm so glad that's why I ordered this jambalaya a second time, because this grilled chicken that they put on top is very, very tender. It's very, very tender. I don't know if y'all can see that. I don't probably have the best steady hands. You know how when you get hungry, you be kind of shaky or something. Y'all see Jay hands coming in here. I remember we did one mukbang before, and somebody found it super hilarious every time that Jay put his hand in. I think it was if you're interested, I think it was when we did the Aces concert, and it was a Jollibee mukbang to discuss the concert. Man, and the jambalaya is awesome too. Very good. So much so that anytime I order spaghetti house, this will definitely be one of the things I ask for every time. And hopefully they will have it every time. These ribs are also good. But I don't really eat ribs all the time. And honestly, I thought it was gonna be like kind of in a slab format. I didn't even expect it to have sauce on it. I don't know. Maybe I didn't really know what to expect from it actually. But as I'm saying, with Katrina, it's like to Katrina, you're happy, I'm happy. I'm here for the music most of all. Therefore, you could have 50 different guys throughout the span of your career, as far as I care, because as long as the music is great and you staying focused, those are the important things to me. If I'm ever able to really meet and talk to you, which I have met you, I don't know if you remember it because you're probably very tired. It was after one of your performances, I think in 2018 at the Music Hall, maybe November, December. And we have a photo. Maybe I'll repost that. Maybe I'll share that photo at some point on our Instagram for those who care. Because I don't know. I think it's still on my phone. Because I thought that was really one of the coolest times. In fact, if I was to start off this video with a song, it would have been one of the songs that you sung that night, which is "This Is Me," which I had before I went and saw you perform that. I had seen a piece of it on YouTube before, And I kind of, the only thing I didn't like about it was that I liked the, with that particular song, I liked the background singing. And anytime, well, that just, I'm not saying I didn't like about your performance. What I didn't, I don't like it anytime there's a song that has a chorus like I Believe I Can Fly, for example. If I'm ever gonna sing I Believe I Can Fly, and you, as anybody that knows that song, towards the end there's a choir that comes in. And to me, I would not like to sing that song without the fullness of the choir to come in and help fill up the song so that I can soar as well and do different ad-libs and things like that. Because when you don't have the background, it does make it a little different. It makes you have to do certain other things that can also be great, but I just like more of the ad-lib stuff. But now, this is the thing. When I went and saw it in person, it was still the same arrangement. There was no choir behind it, but guess what? It became my favorite performance of the whole night out of all the incredible songs that were sung that night. It became my most favorite because for some reason when you sing that song and it was like the atmosphere was became so charged, and it was like, it really, like I said on another video on our channel for a different artist, there's a difference in what you see directly, what the camera is focused directly on, what the microphones are focused directly on, versus when you're actually seeing a full live version where you can get all of the sights and sounds of the audience. Because when I was there with the sights and sounds of the audience, I realized the audience was really feeling it in, not only with the background vocals, but they was feeling it in with just such an energy. It just felt like I was surrounded by so much love in the place, so much unity was in the place. It was just like, it became my favorite because it seemed like that particular song and that moment totally made everything make sense. Like, it made everything make sense about why we were all here. You were there on the stage, slaying it, and everybody was just, it was like, if we all could have had hands to reach up to the stage and lift you up, and we were all just like about to fly through the clouds or something together. That was just so incredible. It was so incredible. It was so incredible. I don't think I'll ever forget that. I don't ever forget great music moments like that. That was incredible. So, see how things can be different? For those of you who maybe stayed after you heard me say that I didn't like something about it, and then you hear the fullness of the story, and then you understand that there's an explanation behind it, right? There's other pieces to that. I want to get a piece of this sandwich before it becomes super cold. We didn't bring a knife in here, you guys. We just rushed. We just rushed and got in here. We were like, we just gonna do it. So, you guys, I'm gonna do something I usually do not do. But I don't think Jay wants any of this, so I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna bite it. Honestly, I thought that this was going to come like as a, like a Subway type of sandwich or something. I thought that's what it was going to be. So when Jay pulled this out of the bag, out of the package that came in, and put it on the plate, I was thinking, no, they didn't just give me 2 regular pieces of bread from the store. But it's alright. It's a little cold right now. But I can imagine it tastes really, really good when it was warm, because it still tastes good when it's cold. So, it's a really messy here, almost a little shit show-ish. But, as this should be a premiere, we'll also be in the comments section with you guys chatting as well, to kind of fill in the gaps. I'm really interested if you have smoke, if you got to fight with Katrina over her man, don't bring that to her. Let's talk about it right now. Let's just talk about it right now. I don't mind discussing it. Because maybe you might have a valid concern, and maybe I might think your valid concern is not that valid. But it's fine. We can agree to disagree. I'm fine with that. I'm all for allowing people to speak their mind as well as they allow me to speak mine. You understand? So, enough of that. We can continue discussing in the chat, and we can discuss in the comment section afterwards as well, okay? Now, Jay and I are so excited. Her concert is coming up November 29th. I'm still calling it the Kia Theater. I know it's called the New Frontier, but I'm stuck on calling it the Kia Theater most of the time. So that's where we're going, to the Kia Theater. Okay. So super excited to be sitting there on the floor, in the floor section, to see and hear this beautiful queen do her thing. We missed the first time that she did it due to a lot of things going on and work schedules and just so much. But I said, I do not care. I will make a way to see this some way, somehow. When she come back again, and she's coming back rather, and I'm gonna make sure that I'm there. We're trying to make sure that Jay's gonna be there too. He definitely has a ticket, but you know, sometimes work and other things, you know, whatever. I'll definitely be there. All right. And the week leading up to the concert on our channel, we're gonna try, guys. We're gonna try to post every day, nothing but reactions to different Katrina Velarde videos leading up to the concert, and then on the night after the concert, we're not sure if we're gonna do this as a live stream. Not sure if sorry. Not sure if Facebook is going to allow us to do live stream or not. If not, then we may just upload a video that same night, which it will be another mukbang. We're not sure what we're going to be eating. If you'd like to throw out some suggestions of what we should eat, I like to see that as well, because we always trying to figure out, like, there's so many options, so many things we've already tried here in the Philippines. So we're always interested in trying some new things and finding out some stuff maybe we didn't know. And even if we maybe don't try your idea for that particular mukbang, it could be, we have future things coming up as well. So we'll have that, and we're gonna upload that, and it'll be another premiere, and we'll be discussing the entirety of the concert. If you see me at that concert, you're gonna see me a lot with my phone in my hand, because I will be keeping track of every song that she sings and my initial reactions to those things, so that I can get on camera right after and discuss those things openly to you guys. So if you see, I say that because sometimes when people might see someone sitting, especially sitting as close as we will be to the stage, and you see that person, you know, with their phone out and do, you know, things like that, you might think, oh, that's rude, or you might think, oh, they're not paying attention. Oh no, baby, we will be paying full and complete attention, and I'll be only having my phone out because I'm making notes as I'm listening and as I'm being all fully aware of the sights and sounds around me. So please don't even think that at all. If you think it anyway, that's your right. That's your prerogative, right? Well, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna have to finish this food later. I really want to at least taste this on camera. Oh wow, this mud pie. That's some serious chocolate. Ooh, wait. This is like some chocolate upon chocolate. I want to show you guys, but it's muddy. I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of like clumpy and stuff. So it's almost like a pudding, seems like, once it kind of gets together. It just kind of melts all into each other, like some lava or something maybe. But the big chunks that you might see like on top of there, they're very, very like dark. The very dark chocolate that has a strong chocolate taste. So if you're a chocolate lover like me, This is very interesting, very good. Probably keep you up all night if you eat the whole thing because of all that caffeine that's in that chocolate. I pretty much covered every major thing that I wanted to cover, you guys. I don't like to hold people any longer than I have to. Hopefully you can be able to eat and watch this video maybe on a quick lunch break or a quick GP ride or something like that, and just think about some things in regards to Katrina Velarde, and subscribe to the channel as well. Follow us on Instagram. We're always posting little different things. Sometimes we're posting even videos that may not even be on the channel anymore, or certain videos that are not allowed by YouTube anymore. We post it on our IGTV. Alright? So other than that, you guys, I'm going to get out of your way right now. So, peace.